Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Nour. I'm a 3D artist specialized in the architecture visualization. I studied interior design in the School of Arts and Crafts. Then I studied 3D net info, the School of Arts and Technology, which is now the company I'm working with as a 3D technical artist. I thought some inspirational vibes would be appreciated, so I decided to tell you a little story. The story is about a young farmer who was with family celebrating the birth of his newborn baby. So, for the occasion, his father decided to offer him a special gift. It was some strange seeds he hadn't seen before. Seeing his son confused, the father said, "These are the seeds of the Chinese bamboo. It's a tree who has special properties which would help you and your family solve many financial problems. But you should promise to keep caring these plants until they grow very well." During that whole year, the farmer would religiously water and ensure the land was free from seeds that would affect this Chinese bamboo treasure. After the first year, nothing had popped out, not even a peep. No shoots, no glimpses of this mythical Chinese bamboo anywhere. The farmer, however, was not perturbed. He had faith. He knew if he stuck at it, something good was going to happen. So, during the second year, the farmer made extra certain that this bold patch of land was properly watered, weeded, and got appropriate sunshine. At the end of the second year, still nothing had happened. His friends made jokes about him and encouraged him to plant a different crop, something they were used to growing, such as rice or potatoes. The farmer, however, was determined. He had read that if he persevered, the magical Chinese bamboo would certainly grow. During the next year, the farmer was extra vigilant in ensuring the land was able to get the most sunshine and water and was properly tended to. At the end of the third year, you can guess what happened. Boom! Oh no, nothing had happened actually. You can imagine that if you had spent 3 years trying to develop something and still had nothing to show for it, that you would probably lose interest and give up. The farmer was very close to just giving up also. Some of his friends thought he should perhaps dig up the ground and make sure the seeds were still there. Perhaps they had been stolen or something had eaten them. He decided to call someone who has experience in growing this Chinese bamboo. "Please stick with it," the expert begged. "You have spent all this time tending the land. If you give up now, you will lose everything and have to start all over again. I promise, one day these Chinese bamboo trees will grow." The farmer listened to the expert and persevered with ending the land for another year. He ignored the jibes of the others. He ignored his own natural tendencies to stop trying. He tended the land religiously, ensuring sufficient sunshine and water. At the end of the fourth year, nothing had happened. However, the following week in the fifth year, he did see a tiny shoot grow. In the second week, this small shoot grew to the size of a small plant. 6 weeks later, this Chinese bamboo tree had grown 80 feet high. Finally, the farmer and his family got their success. His tree got the Guinness record of the fastest growing tree in the world. Besides, due to the strength and the special quality of the tree's wood, he did very good business, and as his father promised, his life has amazingly changed. So this little story, I'm telling it to myself, to my students, and to everyone who feels demotivated because he's not seeing the result of his efforts. Every big dream requires focus. Especially focus on not getting distracted with other people. It requires trust in your educated friends, in your coaches and mentors. In my job at NetInfo, we believe that it's not about softwares or techniques, It's about sharing and learning together, caring each other, coaches and students, so we can grow together and build our forest of bamboo trees. In this industry of 3D, we can't get enough knowledge. We are always learning new techniques and developing new skills. Of course, it takes faith to work while you wait. It takes belief in yourself to keep going. It takes confidence to trust that you always get rewarded for how hard you work. Sometimes no, oftentimes later, always eventually you have to keep going, you have to keep fighting. Okay, so this was the story part. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Just let me finish with presenting the scene I rendered for the occasion. The idea here was to do something easy and quick, highlighting this beautiful, inspiring tree. So this was my starting point. I really liked this painting and I thought a vertical frame is a very good choice to match the special shape of those trees, which is one of their strongest characteristics. To start the composition, I placed some trees one by one with different position in the foreground, then I scattered some others in the background to get my forest. For the lighting, it was simple. I opted for an HDRI with soft light, then I added V-Ray environment fog to get this blurred, mysterious atmosphere, and I made sure to let the sun rays pass through. To finish this composition, I added the little bird with warm colors to bring some contrast in the scene and also to express beauty and freedom. And of course, I can't forget the post production part, which I enjoy so much. I consider it as a second chance for the project. I find the idea of making change without having to re-render is really interesting, and the technique of compositing with passes is powerful and allows more control. I really enjoy the idea of getting a totally different result just by playing with the light passes. Without forgetting the effects we can add easily to the work and which are sometimes difficult to reach and expensive in terms of time and resources if you want to do it in the 3D softwares. Here, for example, the raw image I got from V-Ray and two iterations of post-production I did in Photoshop, you can see clearly how we can get different results with the same render. And this was all. I appreciate your interest and I want to thank Miss Samia for the chains and special thanks to Samiha for the invitation. I was so glad to be part of this amazing event. Thank you so much.